oh God, 3 years ago, I was at the highest of high in my profession. The I mean, I just had a meeting with, and I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say where because I got a non-disclosure agreement. But I'll say this: I am at the highest of high in this profession, and I'm briefing out two individuals. One didn't show up because he had an open heart surgery, but I'm briefing out two individuals about the things that I've done for this department. Okay, telling them about the critical care paramedic program, which was the only one in Nevada, by the way, only fire department, and that's in Nevada. That's including Las Vegas, Clark County, only one. And I'm in the EOC, one that I freaking, when I say built up, I got that set up. Never had one before. Built a, I'm showing them all these displays. I'm showing them everything that's on the wall, and I'm showing them an exercise on the TV from the incident command post vehicle, which was an RV, showing it down, looking at this swift water rescue exercise, a swift water team that my department put in under my guidance with Clark County Fire and a fire department across the border in Arizona, and two other volunteer organizations doing this. And it was impressive. And the mayor said, "Man, I've never felt safer in this city." Ironically, the three people who didn't show up to the meeting, well, that's another story for another time. 2 months later, I'm out of a job. And it's low. I mean, not only is it low, it's pretty dark. However, before I can sink any lower, I had this voice in my head, and it was my wife, Elena. And by the way, if you haven't watched her video about looking for the COVID, oh my God, watch it. She's telling me you just need to breathe. Just reset. Things will be fine. It won't be so dark. Just breathe. And the other little voice I heard was my daughter, Helena. God bless her. But she was more bombastic. You know what? Those guys, man, burnt the shirts she had from there, and was really saying, "Hey, look, don't worry, I'm working. I'll support you." Joking around, but those two got my back. And believe it or not, I was out of my dark place and had a job here because I had some good people that hired me. Thought it was good. 5 months later, now I'm back in that dark place. And I don't need to tell you why. You know. But this time it's dark. And as dark as it was for me, it was pitch black for the other individual who had to go in there with me, and that was my wife. And when you get in that dark place, you hear voices. Never going to make it out of here. Going to get worse. You know what? Why even bother staying here? You might as well. You want to get out of this dark place? End it. Now, that didn't really enter my mind because I had a job to do. Again, I'm not going to say why or say what it is, but they weren't just talking to me. And I'm telling you, and I'm just going to say it like this: if it wasn't for a deer, out of all places, a deer coming up and looking my wife in the face, like from here to here in Sausalito, California, maybe those voices win for her. However, we also had a positive voice, her friend. And when I tell you guys, it was the darkest of dark. It was utterly pitch black. Now, that was 2 years. That was 2 years ago. And I'm not saying that things are just peachy and hunky-dory and the lights all over the place. But we didn't succumb to that dark place. Because we also had a great support network and, people looking out for us. Now, again, I cannot talk for Elena, and I'm not. I can just talk for me. But as for the individual who'd hit a dark place this past 6 months to a year, and I talked to a few people, and I knew him. I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to respect the privacy of the family and the individuals that were tried in vain to talk to get to talk to this guy. God bless them. They tried. They tried. But I wish I could have talked to him. So now I'm talking to you in case someone's out there. Yeah. You'll hit some dark places in your life. But if you just allow things to reset and the best advice I got during that was from my wife telling me just to breathe, you'll emerge. You may come out of it stronger. You may come out of it better. It'll be different when you come out. It might suck, but you'll come out of it. It is better than the alternative, because now there's a lot of people who are going to have to answer a lot of questions and live with this, and they shouldn't do it. Shouldn't have to. But I can tell you, from one who has been in dark places, you'll come out of it. Just don't listen to those voices. You know, no more of the 22 push-ups. No more. I don't want this to be the new norm, and I don't want my generation of armed forces veterans to have this hang over our head, because I don't know what we did, but we missed the boat somewhere. And that bothers me. Anyway, if you're out there, I hope you hear it, man.